And we are back. Let's get... wait, no. Already did everything here, right? Let's take a look around. What did I need to do? Wait, if I go to the bed, they will tell me what I've forgotten. Isn't that right? Why do I have to sleep? If you stay awake for more than 48 hours, your body will cease to function in its current state, which is not good for your physical health. You should go to bed now. No, I think I'm gonna go look around. Am I gonna go look around? There must be some way to get a mage hand. You know, I haven't been to the... I haven't really been in here, have I? What's this? Ballot boxes. 4 days until election. Shrine of Earth. That's Earth? Goblin was here. Nice. This was not of the artist's intention. It says Goblins was here. Goblin was here? What do I know about him? Goblin is an artist. He's technically wanted in most districts, but no one even knows if he is real. I should try to remove that message. Okay, how about I change things around? This and this. And maybe this. And this. This is not so bad. And this. There we go. Now my odds are considerably better. Easy job. Nice. What you're trying to do? Close your eyes and pray? Trust the artisan within. No. Yes, this is not so. I'll trust your abilities. I can do this. I have the abilities. Oh my god, I saw the 2 and I had my heart worried. And then I saw the 17. Same one that was used to scratch the wood. You clean this up real quick. The message is entirely Hanging on to a dead god, it's sad. Fine craftsmanship is what it is. You could have been a woodcarver in another life. If it was in any way a lucrative career, that is. She always spoke lowly of artistic endeavors. One of the many things you did not agree with when it comes to your mother. Looks much better now. You've done almost nothing, but it is something. Hells yeah, you sure did great. Only problem? You did it for free, like some welfare janitor. Next time, give a quote. Cool. Thanks a lot. What's this here? Shard of George! Yes. Good. What about down here? Far below the city? Well, hello? Can you give me ways? Hey. I have some questions, good night. Is he asleep? You stare at him. No responses. Wait. A metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving ever so slightly. His head turns. Within the slit of his helmet, you see the faint shimmer of a bony face. Your name, soldier. His voice echoes out in the open chamber. I am Ragan. The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. Are you Lord Gorm? No. I see. I'm looking for Lord Gorm. Have you seen him? No. Whom do you serve? I serve... Ooh, radiant. Once again, he turns to look at you, the darkness within his helmet seeming to reach towards you. As if grabbing hold of the very air, you feel everything growing cold. His dark soul is reaching out. This creature before you is neither human nor alive. I serve nothing. A lie and a truth at once. Where did you get that cool armor? The knight sits completely still and does not answer your question. I won't tell anyone. No response. This creature holds no grudges, yet his hollow disposition taunts your senses. You feel invalid next to this man. You must learn from his ways. Okay, I need to change my equipment. Here we go again. Strength. I do need this. And I do need whatever this is. Actually, this will be better. You know. And I guess I'll take this. And if I can get strength, double key, trinkets, anything. Do you count as earth folk? Where did you get that cool armor? Come on, I won't tell anyone. Not earth folk. Okay, did it. He just sits there, ready for a good talk. Divinity, there is light within this man. Breathe heavily. The knight turns to look at you through the helmet. A little more. Wait a bit longer. Soldier, your presence is unwanted. Present your query, then leave these hallowed grounds. Can you teach me magic? No, he mutters to himself. I do not have time for that. Do you have any spell scrolls that I could have? The knight slowly grabs a scroll out of his pack. Inflict wounds? He tosses it to you after a moment of deliberation. A spell of power. Memorize it, soldier. I already did. He lifts his head. The darkness through his helmet focuses on you. No, soldier. Memorize it. I told you I already did. Point at your temple. I'm quick. You. The Dark Knight nods, then lowers his head. You've earned your respect. His respect. Good. Your ability to memorize spells instantly is an incredible talent. He should be impressed. Are you a cleric? No, I am a warrior. How does one become a true warrior? A warrior. The knight places an iron gauntlet upon his knee and leans forward. A whispering wheeze escapes the slits in his helmet. Serve until the coast falls on itself, until Jor breaks the veil and every god rips and tears of reality into shreds. Serve well, serve loyally. That's what a true warrior does, no matter what. The wheezing stops. What if you serve someone evil? He shakes his head slowly. Place not the choice of morality into the hands of one who swings the axe. Truth of alignment lies entirely with your God, soldier. Do not forget that. Wait, who do you serve again? Visken. He moves his head towards you. No, that is not. Visken, the Mortician? With a sudden force, the Dark Knight slams his axe into the ground. Darkness creeps through the hall within you. Do not speak of that, soldier. Why? Is it a secret? He returns to his position. Do not. Interesting. Thank you for your information. I'm gathering all my tools that I need. Who has... I guess I'll add this. And as for weapon, I'll add this. Wisdom. Doesn't look too bad. My wisdom is phenomenal right now. Perhaps I can go after Visken. Right now. Maybe. That wisdom check has been haunting me since day one. Honestly, maybe I should short rest. My spells are in a need of a refreshment. What? 17 works for Visken. Why? Ooh. If I roll this now, I think I have with advantage. About 75% chance to succeed. But maybe I can do it for free if I go around doing some other things and then rest. Without using a shard. Oh, interesting. What's this way? Right. The water lane. I probably should give the water lane a try. Hello? What are you guys doing here? Okay, strength, charisma. Probably not take something that lowers charisma. Maybe this would be better. Hello. The boys greet you with a hesitant, collective grunt and mumble, cleric. You boys having fun here? Yeah, I mean, no. We're holding a meeting, an important meeting. In fact, you just joined us in time for roll call. Now, I have to say, I'm not entirely exactly 100% on board on how you solved everything down Water Lane, but I respect your work immensely. Working for the city must be incredibly demanding. Just nod and wait for them to begin. Alright, Novican Resistance members, thank you for attending today's meeting. Esoteric Initiate, Erdnis here. Stan Buskin, yes. Don't shout. I'm here. Ro, Master of Whisperers. I told you it was a bad title. It should be First Spy. No, that sounds like a magazine protagonist. And Master of Whisperers don't. It was the official title of Earth's Spy Master. Do I look like a master? Also present is the visiting Lord Cleric. Just let them continue. Meeting begins. Sweet, when do we go home? Home, no we... There's not that much to talk about, right? Yeah, my dad doesn't like when I stay out like this. Come on guys. The election is just around the freaking corner. And I've got a mission, big mission, like actually. Let him babble. I've received word from our contact. You know, the short guy with the weird beard. A halfling or dwarf? No, just a short human. A resistance movement member? Yeah. We don't get too much info on the other groups. But there's this guy who we call Shield Guard. He's in the palace. Probably a cleric. He knew magic and stuff. This should tell you a lot for a secretive information organization. Amateurs. What are your orders? Just like he told us about the chant being printed here on Tostad. This time he tells us of another problem. An even bigger threat. The lack of religious fervor in the populace? No, But also, yeah, but no. The disillusionment of the youth? Oh, no. Lover's box? What? No. Asgalists? No, not this time. Free Striders? No, it's... No, wait, yes. It's Free Striders. Go on. He told me the Askany Reed Trade Company, that's a Free Strider company. They apparently have a very important documents hidden in their offices in Waterlane. Specifically, a contract for a deal, the Harbor Accords. He wants us to... Actually, he didn't specify what we should do. He never really does, but he strongly implied that we should seize it for the state. But, you know, without being detected, stealthily. Oh, good. I managed to get a spell slot back. That's good. He wants you to steal from a Free Strider company. Okay. It's apparently very secretive, but the contract is kept inside the office. What do you know about this company? It's an evil Free Strider parasite, sucking the city from its resources. It's all made clear in our manifesto. Can I read it? No, it's member only. You only get to read the manifesto of the organization after you already joined? Yes. Don't join. What do you know about the building? I heard it's guarded pretty heavily. They've got a hippogriff on the roof. Griffin. It's a griffin. I see. Griffon is the common spelling in Norfolk, although griffin, griffon, and griffon can appear in various places across the Minorian lands. Whatever. Don't think there is magical locks though. That's usually hard for places with a lot of movement going on. So what you're gonna do? We need to sneak in when it's dark, locate the safe and crack it. It's apparently hidden behind a mirror. The info wasn't very specific, but hey, how many mirrors can they have, right? Like I said, Dad doesn't want me out on streets at night, so I'm a skip. Isn't stealing illegal? Yes, then it is. Don't be pussies. This is the real deal. We can make a difference. Well, I don't think this is a good idea. You know what the Free Striders do? Oh yeah, litigation. Agreed, it's a bad idea. Damn it. Well, screw it. We'll make up some excuse. But that sucks. Have some questions about the tea shop. Sure, hit me. All of you, I need the truth. Cool. What do you know about the tea shop owner? Some beard folk, I don't know, never talked to the guy. The rest of you, they shrug collectively. Where were you on the day on the explosion? I was home, same. What about you? I was at Tolly's place. His dad can vouch for it. And if I did have the power to cause explosions like that, I wouldn't use it to blow a tea shop. Even if it was an Asgo rat hole. Were you all home then? On an work day? Well, my little brother was close enough. Thank Earth he didn't get hurt. He told me about the fire being weird or something, probably magical. So yeah, esoteric bullshit. He works on the kiosk on Pillar Road. Ever hung in that tea shop? No, of course not. It was an Asgard hangout. Odessa was there a lot from what I understand. Bet she knows a lot about it. This is a lie, I think. When did you say the free strider contract was? Thank you. Ain't gonna promise shit. Inventory. Strength. Nope. This is better. Strength. And we're gonna strength and strength. Okay. I can do it. Nick supports me. I can do it. Yeah, Nick supports me. Very high. Let's go. I've already fell down like a few times. Okay, let's switch around this bullshit. I don't need strength at all. Let's just dump it completely. Okay. What? What's going on here? Shrine. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god. Open the trash can. Immediately see something moving in the pile of shredded documents and old scraps of food. Apparently, Morph. Oh hi. Wait, you're one of those. Try to cast druidcraft. Poofs away. One of nature's essential workers, a blessing to meet in this wild. Disgusting little creature. Interesting. Well. Stare down to the bustling docks. Guess doesn't matter. Where is the bookshop? Because now I have money. Corner house. Knock on the door. Wait. A moment passes. It's an Anuran. What is it? I'm busy, très occupé. I have some questions. Oh, wait. Squints at your uniform. Are you, how they say, le clergue? I am the cleric, yes. Ah bon. He nods respectfully. At least you are not from the tithe house. The Anuran peeks his head out behind the door. What do you do here? I live here. Did I crime now? In this maudit city? It seems defensive. Why do you ask if I am a cleric? Because you smell of incense and self-righteousness. C'est evident. Imbecile. Rude, but accurate. Let's try this. Just a smile, the kind of smile that opens wallets. My good sir, surely a gentleman of your stature supports the arts or the holy cause. Ah, flattery. His sides, his throat pouch inflating slightly. Told you. You are charming, says Rex. He reaches for something on the other side of the door. Take this, now au revoir. He shoves a fancy bottle towards you. Look at it. Ah, thank you. Rhubarb Ale. Rhubarb Ale. This is no small potion. The Anuran must be well connected. Lovely. This will make things much smoother. What's this? Minor charisma increase for a week. This is good. This is entirely worth it. Alright. DC 20. Ugh. Maybe if I do this, and then we do this. That's a good chunk of wisdom. But can I change it for charisma? Alright, let's speak with animals. Griffon, you foolish biped. How many times must I make it clear? I require rest, or do you wish to taste my stew? I apologize, oh great Griffon. You think me weak to flattery, eh? You may address me as Giorgio Valzatingo. Master Giorgio Valzatingo. If Griffons could smirk, he would. Oh, this beast lives on a pedestal. Greetings, Master. Thank you for getting out of the way. Pfft. You're welcome, biped. Now I am in a good mood after my nap. Go ahead. Ask me whatever inane questions you may have. How do you get that name, Giorgio? My father was Tislamergi Vausantigo of House Vausantigo. We are bred to be perfect. Okay. Must be one of the Veda de Rey, typical racing breed. Minor but wealthy gnomish settlement. They breed racing griffons, who many journey to see during the game season. It is built into the side of a dormant volcano, yet its small fertile valley is free of the curse of the burned coast. Interesting. I see you originate from Veta de Rey. That is correct. Of course you've heard of my home kingdom. VDR is the greatest city on the coast. The gnomes who live there have served my lineage for over a century and a half. Once I finish this obligation in the west, I will return to rule my house once more. Soon enough. Sleepy well? Until you showed up, yes. I had a dream where I kept smacking bipeds like you around. It was wonderful. Well... Why do you call me biped? Why? For that is what you are, a two-legged, featherless biped. Do you disagree? No, that's factually correct. It is biped. What do you do around here? I handle scouting for the boat bipeds, though they do not hold any interest for my valuable information. Some of the less rugged ones I even move around from time to time. I traveled with one a few days ago, out the way to this strange cold land. In return, I get fed a glorious amount of sustenance, more than you could ever wish for, biped. Noticeable. Who did you fly with? Of a biped of your size, approximately. One with a gaudy sense of style, some sort of ground delver of a human, the type to head deep below and not come back for many, many days. It's sad, really, to be a biped like you. We could find its owner below that. Got it. Kind of chunky, fed well, yes, thank you. I'm very rich indeed. It doesn't seem that as an insult. No! Because he's a fucking griffon. Being fat means that you're good at being a griffon. Idiots. That's it for now. Thanks. The void disappears from the griffon immediately. Time to go. Seriously? Interesting. I have no need for those coins. I'm rich! Bah. Well, if this is... What's this? Okay, where is the place that I can fix my fucking book? Not here. Thank you. Lovely weather today. Did I complete anything? No, not yet. Cool. Oh, I still have bark skin. Interesting. What if I call... Weeks, Peter.
Hey.
Any news? Kralik, oh, it's you. How lovely to hear you sending a message here. Out of nowhere. Is it a pebble? It seems like a pebble, really. The message ends. Hey, Ether, what you're doing? Cleric picked. Please do not use that pebble to contact me at your leisure. I'm attempting to walk here. Do you have any new wares? Oh no, nothing new today, sadly. I'm only working to sell the goods I've got. Please do stop by if you want to browse. The message ends. Can you come up? Thank you. Let's go in. Oh, this is surely a bookshop. Children's drawing on the wall. Scholarly commendation. Huh. Something stuck between the pages. Almost dead, but not yet. Something's at the bottom? Coins? Nope, don't need money. Political, mostly. Interesting. See a collection of books from the philosophy canon, none of which you are really able to understand. Next to them, a line of political books, Asgili's terrorists, hedonists, the Dark Book of Shadow, the Candle, and many more. This scholar has good taste. I don't think I have time for these books. Magical Quiwan. This will be useful. Engage. Take a step in the cramped office, standing in front of a sleeping halfling. This is a scholar. Good forenoon, citizen. Oh. Life is pain. Glare at him. Terrible, terrible playing. Oh. Okay. Are you here for the invoice? Okay. No. 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 Oh. No. No. What? The invoice. Should I have an invoice? No. No? No? Oh. Oh, hold on. I already paid that invoice. You're here for something different. I hope Queen Goblin has no quarrel with this old scholar. Now you're here on city business. Yes, we've got some questions about the tea shop, mostly. Yeah. Probably, but I have some questions regardless. Curiosity is absolutely vital for keeping the old brain in motion. So I commend you, cleric. And you as well, my goblin friend. Can I get either of you some fucking water, or... He wields swords like coastal winds. This halfling is wild in a fun way. No, thank you. You're a scholar Aprodent, right? Me? Yes. I'm Snor Aprodent, scholar of Fornip University in dedicated service of the program AIS. Alignment Intent in Studies. Primarily my expertise lands on topical of alignment and its many historical and contemporary applications. Some bullshit, I'll tell you. These days, I mostly deal with other forms of study. Specifically, I run this office here on the experimental technique of psychoanalysis. What kind of magic? No magic at all, although there has been some detectors involved at some point in the development. It is a form of mind healing, as they call it. I'll be one to call it support instead. It is essentially the idea that the mental present is shaped by the mental past, and through dialogue or unreleased unconscious ghosts can be vanquished. So it's talking about feelings. I know, truly horrifying. A recent friend of mine once told me this joke, and I apologize if it is too vulgar for your taste, but... Right. A cleric, an arcanist, and a rogue delve into a lair of a succubus. The fiend defends all three men, throwing them in her dungeon. But she grows to fancy them, so she offers them a choice. For each man who can successfully satisfy her, she will let that man go. Otherwise, she ends them, so to say. This is going to be a long tale. You actually haven't heard this one. Not alone. So the three adventurers debate in which order to go. Eventually, the rogue and arcanist decide the cleric should go first, as he's a virgin and will least likely to increase her standards. The cleric, being divine and so on, prays to his god and goes to the fiend's bedchambers. He comes out 10 minutes later, completely unharmed, and gives a thumbs up to his two friends, who of course feel a great sense of relief. The arcanist goes next, confident and arrogant. If the cleric could do it, the fiend must be easy. Within minutes, his bones roll out of the bedchamber entrance, the man having been incinerated by hellish flames. The rogue is horrified but realizes obviously the arcanist overestimated his abilities, so he carefully enters the bedchambers, ready to put every ounce of effort into it. Less than a minute later, screams erupt from the bedchambers and the rogue's lifeless corpse falls out of the entrance. The cleric pays for the souls of his comrades and gathers their remains for burial. The succubus steps out, smoking a cigarette. She tells the cleric, your friends were truly terrible. They were just fumbling about down there. At least you managed to touch it a little." To which the cleric responds, "You are truly an awful creature, and I will pray for your presence to be exorcised from this plane of existence every day until I die. Until the day I die." Then before he walks away, the cleric also adds, "Oh, but also I did heal that horrible wound you had between your legs. Hopefully that makes you less evil in the future." Great. Not funny. Nope, didn't laugh. My kind of humor, you might say. Nope, not amused. not so optimal path. Or most simply, you could say, the basic allegory for alignment itself. The cleric meant well for our intents, but his actions cost the lives of both his comrades. Is that evil or is that good? And so on. Either way, psychoanalysis, yes. That's what we were talking about. It's about your feelings, thoughts, memories, choices you've made, things that have happened to you. And they can bog you down, so to say. And the goal in my clinical practice is to root that out in my patients' minds and help make them aware of repressed negative baggage, if you will, so one can move forward more speedily. Sounds like removing a curse of the mind, in a metaphorical sense, yes. But it's not the only thing I work on here. I'm currently exploring the dream of animus. Something to do with masculinity and femininity. Dream of a woman, a man of a woman. What a pervert, you like that guy. You explore men and women? For phrasing, but yes. Beyond that, I also focus a lot on my own unverified theories. The folk spirit, have you heard of it? Sounds like a collective view on morality. Is that some kind of unified moral or ethical code of a people or culture? No, it's... He leans back and squints. That's not actually far off. You've got a head on you, cleric. The folk spirit is the working title for my new thesis. Most of it, if you excuse my errand, fucking bullshit. But in short, it's about how each folk share a number of core communal archetypes or myths. I have traveled around the coast to collect as many tales, writing down thousands of stories previously only passed down orally. How to see how my theory holds up in the mind of so many folk. Apologies, I'm ranting here. Let us put a stop to it. What do you want, cleric? Why don't you use magic in your mind healing? It doesn't work. Not the greatest arcanist could invent a spell capable of fixing mental unwellness. If you happen to find a cure mind spell, you would make a fucking fortune casting it on rich people around the coast. Although just the thought of such magic gives me a sort of ontological nightmare. What does it mean to have a cured mind? Did Jor or some outside god at some point decide what constitutes a wound of the mind? In the same way, suffering is used to heal wounds of the physical? Pain is equals negativity, that is universal. The universal indicator of the negative. Yes. When you heal a person, magic itself targets the source of pain, a sort of bullseye for preventing any harm, no matter the source or specific biology of the person. But what if none suffers from night terrors caused by some horrors of the past? Should a mind heal spell remove your ability to have night terrors? Oh, sorry. But what if one suffers from night terrors? Okay. Or should it remove the traumatic source from your memory? Or simply lessen your mental ability of neuroticism? Could the latter lead to a society without neurotic people? Would that also dampen other fears? What would Jor consider to be a good level of negative thoughts? It sent my mind spinning. Hmm. The word, yeah. The most neurotic people might be somewhat tortured, yes, but they are also our greatest thinkers and philosophers, perhaps even partially due to that internal pain. No, the mind requires another method, one I and many others are attempting to untangle. We were attacked by an assassin. Seemed like a cult thing. Yeah. Had this iron mask on. Real creepy. Ah. Cults are not as common these days, but a few still spring up from time to time. Of course. What did the mask look like? Green oxidized copper, maybe. Had lines across it. Seemed esoteric. Definitely esoteric. Definitely esoteric. And a dagger. A wavy yellow thing. Basically, he ran at us and tried to stab us. And, well, something magical was going on too. When he got away before we could get answers, after he failed to kill us, or at least the cleric. Well, not a cultist, no. Doesn't sound like it. Not any organized thing, at least. Sounds like some sort of lone actor. Cultists move in groups. They kidnap rather than kill. They wear matching uniforms like some fucking theater performance. From all the cults that I know of, Isof's dragon cult, the cult of elemental evil, the various titan cults, and all the borderline cults for the evil walking gods. This could be a new one, or some minor cult history has overlooked. This is more likely this is a radicalized spellcaster, or a follower of some magical creature. If he is wrapped up in magical gear, it's more like a professional hit. Does anyone want you dead? Might have to do with the tea shop. Perhaps a warlock. But for what patron? A fey creature? Some aberration? Who knows? Should be careful though, that kind of magic's deadly at best. Right, good info. Slightly horrifying, but good info. We'll keep in mind if we run into him again. You do that, and my tip? Strike before he gets off any dark magic on you. As the old legionary says, rather than a blade in the belly than a curse on the balls. He's laughing. Someone's out there trying to kill you and he's laughing. Anything but mass torsion, and you should be fine. No, not mass torsion. What are you voting this election? I'm a filthy axalist. Oh, why call it filthy? Have you ever seen a clean Asgalist? Ho ho! Joke. The green banner is flown in a strange context. Here in this Republican wet dream of ours, Asgalism is supposed to be about abolishing the entire structure of hierarchy. That history is driven by economic struggles, specifically the clash between classes. Asgau's end goal is a classless, stateless society where everyone's equal. But looking at the Norwegian Asgalists, it's clear they long ago let this goal slip past. Look at them. They are shaking hands with the establishment, trying to find a peaceful solution, they say. You want a violent revolution? He frowns. Look. Genuine change, true change, needs a truly revolutionary break with the existing order. There's no doubt about it. Incremental reform, small changes within the capitalist system will always fail to address the fundamental contradictions and injustices. My timing reads made that clear to me. But always be wary of simplistic utopian visions. It is a path covered in corpses that lead to such blind idealism. So I will vote for this social-dichromatic compromise, this handshake with capital. Then I'll go home and piss myself and die, dreaming the next generation will have answers I do not. A compromise is good enough for now. You don't think I agreed, part of me does. But I truly hate the idea of tipping the hat to these truly fascist regimes. And yes, even the revolutionary freestriders are fascist in a deep sense. How do you think they got their start? Through the coin of those who profited in the great suffering of old Domino, in the Coast War, in grinding the flesh of humanity. Freestylerism is filthy opportunism, not republicanism. They are just arcanists regimes with a painted mask and slightly less with esoteric power in mind. In hand, slightly. So what, we don't even try to bring about Asgard's dream? He sighs. I don't know, I'm an idiot, you figure it out. Workers united, unionizations and build power. It's all well and good until it gets too loud. Make a bit too much noise and the true powers quickly and efficiently drop this illusionary mask facade. The esoteric spell that tricks us into thinking they care, or that they are in any way Volkarian, concerned with or seeking to promote the welfare of all folk around the coast. So what about you, cleric? You're voting as Gallist, I presume? Yes, they have my vote. Terrible to hear. But why not, right? Now, for something else, before I start ranting about this suffragette movement. Your companion glances at you. Oh no. Yeah, I've got some other questions. How do death and the resurrection work on all this stuff? Can death change your nature? Necromancers in old arcane era tradition did much study on the topic, and yes, death and subsequent resurrection can function as a reset on the mind in a way, but arguably no less than any other severe trauma. This data is hard to trust, however, so I will not say it for sure. There is much study to do on the topic, and I am no expert. There is so, the fuck do I know? Ghosts exist, of course, as the wraiths and all the foul undead spirits. And there is much arcanist data on such things like if a person is resurrection, the ghost ceases to be. That implies the ghost is the soul, right? But speak with death does not. In fact, a ghost is technically able to ask questions to its own corpse. Very surreal. Which implies the soul also leaves a conscious remnant of itself which is able to be animated through magic. And if a person is resurrected after very long periods of time, they still have no memory of their time as a free soul. Thus, there is evidence that the soul is not so much your personhood, that shit is all up in the brain from what we can see, but rather some sort of divine spark. Like a power source that wants to be one with the universe or your God. The leak is specifically a creature who consumes these so-called souls from their own game, which is not very common. Destruction of that magical spark is of course a horrid crime in metaphysical levels, since resurrection, rebirth, or unity with one god is impossible at that point. But then again, back in the day, it used to be common for mortals to sell their souls to various devils or aberration. Seems complicated. Can one spontaneously resurrect themselves? I've not heard of such a thing, but why not? Okay, this is not the person who fixes book. That's all for now. Dusk of day 2. Great. This means that whoever's shop I was trying to access is now closed. And the Griffon is now laying down once again. Great. Is this where I get my book fixed? For fuck's sake? No, it's not. Oh, hello. Can I just pick it? Nope. That's a pickpocket test. It's a good fucking sword though. Engage. Hello. I know what an orc is. Yeah. So the word Lady Orc again. Beware her manipulation. Yes, also tell her that she looks lovely. You look lovely. You look lovely to meet you again. Oh, she blinks and then just nods, ignoring your flub. Yes, of course, same to you. Damn it! She walks over the desk. If you ask that, she will think you mean something very different. Well done, handling the dwarfs. Made my life a lot easier, at the very least. Anytime. Good. Now, things are a bit busy here. We are currently deep in paperwork with a new partner. And I have that spell scroll over there. Oh, that? Usually there's something left behind by my superior during his latest visit. Don't touch it, please. That's all for now. Thank you, citizen. What spell scroll? Oh, that. Protection from evil and good and etc. Great. What's down here? Oh, interest. Oh, that's stupid. God damn it. What about up here? Oh. Great. Everything is connected, but I still don't know where the fucking shop is that I fixed my goddamn book. Is it here? No. Knock on the door. It's a fucking bookbinder here. Hey yo, bird. Is this pest control? No. Oh. A bird folk. A cleric? Yeah, duh. Yeah. Shen is my name. I have a ruined prayer book. Can you fix it? Prayer book? Yes, I have seen quite a few. Drop it. Yes. Horrible. Salt water left swollen. Could have avoided the worst of it if the drying process had been handled. How much will it cost? We will see. Depends on the process. I need guidance on the direction of the rebinding. The spells inside are lost. However, the styrene formatting can be saved. From the towers. Have you worked on many clerical tools? Yes, most clerics are quite hateful against non-humans after all. Now make a choice. That I will do. Return tomorrow. Not while the sun rises. I'm either resting or working intently during those hours. Wanna go drink later? Nope. Why do you need help from the pest control guild? Rats! Oh. Yeah, the PCG should really take care of that. Yes. That bastard guild leader, Torlem Slip, kept telling me they don't have time. No time? They have a dozen teams running around the city. No time. I've heard the big problem is that they cannot get anyone to do pest control missions at 1-star levels. Pest control guild. On the oldest guilds in Norvik. They are supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up. These days they are so bogged down in requests from citizens and city that they usually have backlogs for months. Of course, rats would be a 1-star problem. The halfways. We haven't relied on the PCG for years. They just don't have the time for anything over a 2-star. Then don't you mean under a 2-star danger ranking? It's very annoying. I have looked into it, and the problem is the pest control teams that join the guild only take 1-star missions for a couple weeks. Then they quickly start focusing only on higher paying tasks, and all the actual normal pests keep on spreading throughout the city. It is a ridiculously idiotic system. So while all the mimics and monsters keep getting slayed, nothing is done about these damn rats. Mick thinks people in Not Dungeon dislike Mimic. Mick kind of get it, but it's still not fun to hear. The Pest Control Guild uses a legendarily poor design. Worst part, my nephew has a team himself, the White Doves they're called, and I've tried sending messages to him also, but they just say the same thing. Too busy, too busy. some kind of quest. The rat seems to come from the sewers connected with the city below. Tell me more about your nephew. Calls himself Valerian Windrider. That is the Norwegian way to say his name. He's also active with that Free Strider party. If you're interested in throwing a vote for one of my fellow Oak. He also works on one of that filthy yobus, which I'm not happy about. Oh, and a halfling, a cleric, in fact, of the Lady Fair Church. I've heard of that church. Over in the housing, right? That's the one. I think they are connected with an orphanage. Well, good luck with that. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Very interesting. So I'm supposed to knock on those doors. Can't go there. Cool. I don't live here. Okay. So now you live here? So that's where you live. Don't worry, Snell. Oh, he was looking. Oh wait, I should equip stuff to make me more agile. Yes, agile. Anything but this one. Or dexterous, as they call it. Behold. Wow, I suck. Inventory. And I changed to charisma because I'll have to explain myself as to why the fuck I'm pillaging his stuff. Hello. Sarcasm. Oh, so I can have some of your stuff? No one, don't touch anything. Uh-oh. I'm not sure how this is any way useful for the job. Looking, nothing else. It's a nice apartment. Though it's much better than usual. One time I was on a date. I brought her here. Terrible idea. The date was already going poorly. Imagine her expression when she steps in here. There's piles of reports all over the floor, a blocked drain in the kitchen sink, and 15 confiscated bowls of pixie dust piled in the corner. Let me tell you. Took her 10 seconds to come up with an excuse. This is one of his favorites. He tells it one to everyone. Anyways, looks better these days. Figured if I'm such a neat goblin like everyone says, I might as well keep my apartment clean too. I had a hard time believing you. Snell, living in filth? Never. I guess people change. They sure do. Time changes all things. No need to get all deep with it. What about you? What? Why? Clerics are popular, right? Tactfully change the subject. I'm good at this. He's expecting an answer, so you're going to have to give one. Not a lie though, you can't handle that right now. Too much pressure, clearly. Yeah, listen to your gut. Keep it simple. Dismiss the question in a nice way, like this. Nothing lately. I'm busy with work. Ah. Now change the subject. Seem like the type to be busy with work too. Oh yes. For the last few years, I've just been focused on the halfways and whatever the old lady needs of me. I don't mean to sound ungrateful though. I do love it. It's real rewarding. You're clearly good at what you do, whatever that is. He laughs. I ask myself that question sometimes. I'd tell you to look at it from a goblin perspective, but let me put it like this. Lady Sageleaf gives me options in a world of railroad tracks. I get to help my people and get real fucking good at it. So for now, I'm going to keep doing it. But you at least get a good salary, right? It's alright. I do alright. How much is the rent? Not bad, thanks to the old lady. She looks after her own. Not every goblin is so lucky. Yeah, I've noticed that you've got it pretty nice here. You know there are 3 tribes in the city, right? The halfways get by real well thanks to Lady Sageleaf. But I didn't used to be that way, and most goblins have real time getting by here. Most guilds won't exactly hire a goblin just like that. What? That's illegal. I know, doesn't stop them. We're not humans, so by default, on average, we're not trusted. Back in the day, there were apparently a bunch of programs meant to push us into the workforce. Anti-discrimination laws, Goblin Public Work projects, but the support for those ran out way before I was born. So most kids just fall into crime. They can't do that. In Norvik, it's illegal to be a criminal. That's arguably one of the dumbest things you've ever said. You clearly haven't ever heard everything I've ever said. That's fortunately true. Imagine you're a goblin kid. You spend most of your day in the warrens with 20 others your age. There is barely any resources to actually teach you all the human stuff we are legally forced to be taught. If you're lucky, you've got one parent with a stable income. Otherwise, you're all living in the dormitories. No support system. No chance to integrate into the city you're supposed to be living in. If you're lucky, you get a dangerous gig in the tunnels. If not, the only way for you to get enough money for food beyond the basic handouts is joining a syndicate. They recruit young to keep you in the juvenile stockade if you get caught, starting as errand boy, ending up as whatever they need for the enterprises. Oh, one moment. Then you bring home a heavy pouch of crowns for your mom and pops. What are they gonna do? Turn the little kid in? Or accept the only major income the household's gotten in months? Maybe they'll even encourage you, push you to get real friendly with the vocal runner. Aren't you a runner? Runner and handler, yeah, it's complicated, but the halfway bridge tribe is classified as a syndicate. We run things in a similar manner to those to the Ishki and the NMBT, except we do things strictly by the book. We don't run drugs for one. Ishki. The three goblin tribes in Norway, commonly called the water goblins due to their river expertise, led by a council of three Newbogs, housed in a lighthouse, though they call it a wizard's tower, in Dwarvikby, one of the 5 districts of Norvik, located around the Great Steam Pit in northern Norvik. Great Steam Pit, the GSP as they call it, is the big hole that's always hot, from the magic dragon fire or something, the same type that keeps the burnt coast hot. The dwarves built homes in and around it, and makes up the entire district of Dvarkby. A deep crevice in northwestern Norvik that's connected with the rivers via canal, a centerpiece of Dvarkby. We keep water lane free of smuggling, but most importantly, we keep the youth out of it, and we keep the other tribes at arm's length. Lady Sageleaf is a real draconian in that regard. Everyone, and I mean everyone, in our tribe gets a job and a good salary. We've tried pushing this method or support system onto other tribes, but it's hard and not always popular. We are the small unknowing cultist tribe of Toastad after all. So it is what it is. What a rant. He cares about this a lot. You do too. You're working hard for your lady. Sure you do. Cool, thanks for the task. Talk. Uh-oh. Look at the mattress. Extra thick. Oh no. Can I take a nap now? What? No! Do not even think about getting in my bed. You can join too. That's definitely worth. Come on, let's have a buddy nap. Even worse. Thanks, bed. What's this? Snell's work. Look closer at the sketches. You see several faces you recognize and some you don't. A birdman with a black and white pattern, along with the note the shop owner. A book merman with the text rival, no, unambitions. Stout-looking dwarf in uniform with a hammer symbol in the corner, patron. Stylish work with Strider heart symbol in the corner, completely unaffiliated, suspicious. Pale man holding a skull, no motive. A human with a fancy beard and a fish symbol in the... Fish info in the corner. Suppressing info. Beware. And finally, the beautiful rendition of late Sage Leaf herself. The sketch is wonderful. A depiction of love. Enemies, spies, city conspiracy. What's this now? Ah, yeah, project visualizer. Helps me keep track of jobs. You can check it out if you want. Looks like a ton of work. It's not really. Haven't had much downtime yet. Once we're finished, I'll make sure to compile it in a proper report for the lady. Alright. Just a door. Well, the assassin tried to prevent me from going this way. Oh. Right, I remember now. What's this way? Goblin Garden. Got it. Let's go through here. Still have bark skin. These guys are here, so they aren't trying to. And these guys are here. What's this? You can survive the fall. Do it. I do have bark skin. Jump. Excuse you? You're doing what exactly? I'm jumping. Just jump. It now grabs you. No, that's a bad cleric. But now I wanted to jump down. Not on my watch. If you wanna die from rapid fucking dungeon descension, do it on your own time, asshole. We have to come back here with Wolf Snell. Well, hey, Snell. I don't need sleep. I'm the cleric. Alright then. Well, maybe I should get something more fast. Yes, I can dump charisma. I should dump charisma. Wisdom, that's fine. What else? This will be useful. Do I need that much wisdom? Maybe if I get this? Yeah. Maybe strength isn't so bad. Jump. Yep. Just jump. Oh, hey, thanks, Meek. Hopefully Box. Don't worry, I survived. Barkskin saved my fucking ass. Okay. Barkskin just did a lot of work here. Oh. We are here. Above the shrine. Wait. We really need that wisdom to see where the fuck we are and where the traps are. Okay. Anything in that dead end? Oh, interesting. Oh, is this? Another shard. Rat, 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 rat. Wait, the water? There's potential here. Yeah, like... Yeah, I can feel it. It tingles deep. Oh, it's here. No. Water elemental. Great. I mean, no disrespect, elemental. None taken, where none intended. I offer you opportunity. Land rights. 25,000 crowns? Yes. I could afford that. And I also offer healing water. 100 for a gulp. Hold on. I thought that I wouldn't need charisma here. But I was clearly wrong. Oh no, this is better. What a crazy way to discover that I was wrong all along about this weird thing. So now we can take a break. Let's talk business. That seems steep. Why would I want to own a lake? Privacy, prestige. By the old laws, no goblin, no dwarf, no cleric may claim what is yours. But can you tell me about this? How long have you been here? Surely we can negotiate. Yes! You speak with conviction. Very well. 10,000. My final offer. Still probably a scam. I mean, I reduced the price by more than half. That's very good. The many coins sink into the depth of the lake, and a piece of paper floats to the surface. It is done. These waters, this lander is yours. It's an investment. Oh, I should have drunk the water. Damn it. Oh my god. Plus 4 dexterity? Skull. Okay, I get it. Huh. Interesting. Creepy. Bet it. Nice. Hey there, Cloud. You can stalk, I assume. Anything I can do for you? Guess I'll go. Hello. I think I can get better with wisdom. Way better. No gain of wisdom through helmets yet. I'm sure trinkets. I should probably equip you guy. Behold. Wow! I roll like shit. A wooden spawn? Wait, I can get this without rolling for anything? I just got it? What? Engage. Lingoberry. I see. Massive and juicy. Hey, reach me this thistle, will you? Hand her the bowl. Thanks. I'm Lisa, by the way. Freelance hag and service diviner. Ugh. No, I'll ask you if you wish a glimpse into the unknown future and fortune thyself. I have some questions for you about the tea shop. Yeah, I figured. You're the one who stumbled upon my very much secret little hiding hole here. Just let me finish up the brew. You've been working on this for hours. Though I've got to ask, how'd you get here down the anyhow? I jumped down the well. You jumped? Fell might be a more accurate description. Yes, I imagine. Not that I often meet people who randomly decide to jump down wells. Did you suspect I was down here? No, I just love jumping down into wells. But you're some type of cleric. Oh yes, I'm the cleric. Remember it. Will do, General. Same name and titular catchphrase of a comment set during the Coast War. It's a satire commenting on the ridiculous nature of the Megocrats and the coast-spanning war. What's up with the chicken leg house? Dancer. Right now? It's his name, the Hut Scout Dancer. It was a gift from my mentor when I joined my first mega coven, but we've been buddies for longer than that, ever since the Battle of Tarzan. The battle that determined the end of the Coast War on the 14th of Cronus. It was the day that the Arcanist fell, truly fell, and have not risen since. Dancer has been with me through it all. You were at the Battle of Tarzan? Yeah, a long time ago. When I travel, Dancer stays the size of an acorn in my pocket. Very convenient. Then I pop him up here in some run-down apartment block on Kent Park. A convenient cabin like this, very easy, very affordable. Yep, sturdy too. The walls shake. Calm down, Dancer. It was a compliment. She cackles. Anyhow. Is that smarter? Oh my god. Ah well, then it's okay. It's not really torture, it's just an induced state of dancing. It will go away in a bit. Let me explain. Somehow he found his way down here and knocked on my door. Not so unlike yourself, and well, by the time I'd told him to leave, he already stuffed his pants full of potions. So to make sure it didn't happen again, I'm teaching him a lesson. Via forced dancing in a cage makes sound so British. I'm really doing him a favor. Maybe he can stay here a little bit longer. I promise to let him go soon. I'm really no typical hag, taking joy in all this. But it's not every day that I get to have the moral superiority to actually soft torture someone. Gotta take those ops when they pop up, you know? So you're a hag, right? Sure am. Be young for a hag? Wow, that's a bloody compliment. It's a compliment. Sure, I can see that. Young and hot, right? Something like that. Suppose there is a general obsession among mortals to value youth, since death is so oppressively looming on the horizon. And you don't? Very, very old lady. I've never given a chance to. MHR was a dirty business. But now I'm free, a freelancer, a free strider. I'll live for a few centuries further, surely. The esoteric and wild and primal power escaping hags together is not as well understood as leeches or vampires or elves. Maybe I'll see 3 eras in my time, if I'm lucky. So, hags are evil? Yes. I'm practically an evil bitch of a hag, naturally too. Selfish, petty, vengeful. A creature of spite and contempt, corrupting all that is good. You don't seem that bad. I'm good at containing myself, yes. Where do hags come from? The grime and rue, the moss and stone, we spun out of the evil of man. No, it's actually worse. We eat children. I'm sorry? You heard me. Hags reproduce by eating children of mortal folk and through bloody rituals sprung data. Believe me, the hag is one of the most horrific creatures to walk upon the earth. You speak as if you're not one of them. I'm getting to that. The Covens held great power in various corners of the coast. That is, until most of them united under the great-grandmother. They did so to fight against the Magocrats. They lost, as did all who stood up to them during their height. MHR, that is, Mass Hag Recruitment, was employment by many Magocrats in the aftermath, as a way to exploit the primal powers of the hags. The subjugated grandmothers would be fed children in mass, enchanted fruit. Oh gods, what kind of enchantment? No one knows. The various Magocrats keep that a closely guarded secret, one that has not been revealed to me yet, at least. You see, these children would go through the usual ritual, but when they were reborn, they would only hold a fraction of power of a regular hag. They were called haglings. They were unstable, used as esoteric bombs in the war, fodder for the meat grinder. However, 1 in 20 would produce someone like me. A hag, but not. Someone who could be loyal, trained. You may call us half hags or young hags. But since the classic hag is so rare these days, and we are the only ones who remain in public, most simply call us hags. That's a very interesting and horrifying story, thank you. It's getting a bit late. Can I sleep with you? No, what? Why would you ever that? Looks over towards her cozy bed. You mean just sleeping? Still no, you weird person. My bed is mine. Only me and Sir Triban get to sleep here, obviously. I took your spoon. I noticed. How I was pretty sneaky. For starting, it's not here anymore. That is true. I should have replaced it with a replica. Darn. Look, do whatever you want with it. I don't care. It's just a spoon I picked at the market the other week. If you think it will help you on your quest, then do as you wish. You have not hurt her as much as you have bewildered her with your strange behavior. Wait! She's stirring the pot with nothing now. I'm dumb. I didn't notice that. Oh my god. What kind of work do you do for the free striders? Bodyguard. Okay, reading. Okay. Have you located anything cool? Not really, just lost keys. City below. Locate a bunch of old cat or snail artifacts. With fancy names like Hoshi in Tak and Reboraksha. Yep. And boy did I get paid well. What's all about these free striders? Make deductions about the present or assumptions about the future. Interesting way you put it. Divination is the school I'm least proficient in. I'm the opposite. It's the one I got drilled into loving more than anything. Ladenche's George's realm is a bit special though. Fate. She looks for a wooden spoon to stir the pot, only to sigh at its absence. From anti-Cepalian knowledge to extraplanar excursion, it is clear you made our world a bit different. That's so. Believe these legends, then magic supposed to be channeled through webs, interconnected ley lines spun into the fabric of each material plane. Here our ley lines are like little bumps, nodes, not so connected as much as they are, well, bumping to each other. Strings that through time. That's one way to put that, yes, if you wanna get all metaphysical about it. The practical outcome is this. If you trust the accounts of arcanists who apparently went on excursions to other worlds, quite simply that, well, divination is powerful and difficult. Some argue that the most difficult to learn. I'm not just tooting my own horn there, it's really tricky. They said the same at the towers, yeah. Good, wouldn't want them spreading misinformation. The haggling tosses some tiny bones over the control. They fall, then don't. You see them floating in place on the surface of the sludge, knuckle bones. Perhaps no tips or tricks? What kind of resources? 5 apples. A malpie. That's a shopping list, more or less. I can do this. Where do I get a malpie? Great. How do we make them float? It's the heat. They're taken from an ice devil. It's like magnets. They really don't want to get close to any major heat source. I can try. Nice! Nice! You stare at the bones, but nothing. No insight, no esoteric understanding. They are just bones, unless... Close your eyes. Now reach forward above them, to the strings. And you see or feel strings. They tangle around the bones, connecting with you and the hag. Ah yes, alchemy. Far above this, bones of the string appear to fade away, but they are far. That is fate. Wheel and wall. Oh yes. That's it. You can see it. Not many can learn so easily, cleric. I'm impressed. What did I do? You got the vibes, that's what. Alchemy. It's no true divination. It's one of the divination schools. Casting it allows you to see an outcome in the near future. You either receive a wheel or a woe. A good or bad outcome? Yes, and you know a bit more certainty what your next action will result in. Of course, it sucks getting a woe. That means you most likely screw your next activity. But I suggest you just getting it out of the way. In that case, biting the bullet, so to speak. That sounds it. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. No troubles. Make sure to read the instructions properly, so you don't mess up with a bad reading, okay? I don't need the knuckle bones or... Nah, that's just the fell tire method. My personal favorite. You could do with anything somewhat weird or fancy. Some people like cards, others throw darts. I knew this one guy who would cut the heads of chickens and have them run around in a little makeshift arena. What? Girlfriend, yes. I believe it was set up in Virgin somewhere. Terrible person. I hope they are dead by now. Just stare at her. Anyhow, just flip a few coins or something. That will work fine. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some stuff to handle here. So unless you want to make me a... Can you make me a wand? That wasn't a real offer, you know, but... I like butts. But... I can make an exception if you can run an errand for me. I'm out of lingon berries, and if you were to get me some, I would gladly share a piece of my brew to make you a temporary one, since you are so inclined into occult now. Then it would be lovely to wield. Oh yes. Once, yes. I'll get you some lingon berries. Great. If you do, I'll only need a handful, a dozen or so. Now, the problem is, the Toastad markets were pretty much out last time I checked, and they probably won't get resupplied properly until next week. There might be frozen lingon to find around the city, but I can't guarantee that, so don't worry. I don't expect you to find any, but if you do, you know where to find me. Can I go prick some fresh berries? Sure, if you want to try to head out into those closest deep woods, which should be Troskogen, but that's a full day's trip. Other than that, well, closest to here would be the Upper Hollow Range. Couldn't find that. Where is that? It's below the Below Cleric. Very dangerous. I do not recommend it. But if you do, there should be a hidden pathway all over the place leading down there. I don't know any here in Toastad terms, but I'm sure you could find good luck. But wait, isn't this a quest? Fetch. So I can mark it down as a quest on anything? No, I feel this is a more of a non-official thing, if that's alright with you. You get it. If it's our test, then a bunch of city rules. She calls it a task. It will be a whole legal ballpark. The tea shop, what do you know? I'm not responsible. I don't have the power to cast a spell of that caliber. You could cast a fireball, couldn't you? She's withholding information. I do not use fireball. But you could. I could, and I have in the past. But I purposely do not carry fireball with me, since it's completely useless for my purpose, including self-defense. Okay, I believe you. Thank you. But you're a very strange person to trust a hag, even one with such powerful puppy dog eyes like myself. Like that, you're truly weird. Tell me about the necklace of fireballs. The what? Holy shit! Are you shitting me? That's what she was, the artifact that you would bother for. Yeah, shit. That's insane, the explosion. That type of magic can be unstable, sure, but for it to explode just like that? No. Something must have happened right before the meeting. Maybe someone intercepted. But where did you even find a North? Why was it even in Norvik? I'm sorry, I don't have good answers. We need to talk about the elf. She freezes. So she's dead, Lisa. How did you know the elf? Pinja knows everyone. She knew everyone. She was a conduit between party lines. The Asgals liked her. The Free Striders had deals with her. The city they. She was a part of the outreach. An alien ambassador, basically. So obviously she had word within the government as well. What about you? I knew her. Like most. Met her at a gig. I was guarding the daughter of a magistrate, some blonde brat. Now, Pinja, she could talk to anyone, and she did, so I was no exception. She was a friend, a good friend. Just a good person in general, at least at first. At first, she became an information broker, essentially, meaning she sold out friends left and right, including me. The Asgals released an entire series of articles about rag recruitment and illicit esoteric crimes in reads, some of it bullshit, some of it very, very true, that almost ruined my career, mainly because I was quoted in articles directly, anonymously. But that doesn't mean much when Free Striders know everything happening behind the scenes. She bled me, like a wringing out to get dried, roarily. That's shitty, you don't backstab friends like that. Not if you want to keep your friends around. She made a lot of enemies that way, Pinja did, including you. Yes. I was going to show her out in that cheese shop at that meeting, which is why I accepted the gig to begin with, but I was hoping she got away. If you had been late, things could have been different. Don't you think I know that? I read the bones the night before. It spoke of dread and doom for those around me. Another reason I'm secluding myself for now. Tell me what you know, Lisa. It's not much, I promise. Talk. I do a lot of different jobs for Free Striders. This one wasn't special. At noon, the Toasted Tea Shop. I don't remember its name. Nobody uses the name. I was supposed to be there to bother for an artifact with one of the city contacts. The elf. Yes, I was supposed to be. But look, I know how suspicious it sounds, but you have to believe me. Did you escape the blast? Not exactly. Were you warned beforehand? No, I wasn't. Why weren't you there? I was late. You're right, that's a bad excuse. I'd been working all morning on settling down dancers so we could move. The idea was to head over to Ostragard until the election was over. The Free Striders had some work there. For me there. But I overslept, and then I overestimated how long it would take to pack up. Dancer can be a bit grumpy when I'm reducing him. And I forgot to check my watch and I was running late. I was right at the crossing when I heard the fireball and felt the rumble. And it was a fireball, I'm certain. That sound, I could identify it from miles away. Why do you ride then? I know what I am. Either someone was out there to get me, the goods, or there to be a chance I do get blamed for it. Hags aren't exactly the most popular in these parts, any parts really. So I went to Rick's. I've got a key to the Sphinx then, so I slipped down the well, set up Dancer, and figured I'd just hang out here for a while until it all blew over. Not the first time I've gone into hiding, mind you. do realize how... Yes, the species are all hells. I'm a clear suspect, but I'm telling you, I didn't do it. You can feel the age vanish from her as she pleads with you. I was supposed to die, and then and there, for some reason I didn't. Have you looked into why? Of course. The strings show nothing. Nothing but visions of smoke and arrow in that tea shop. And the one thing that he showed me is that you will believe me. I will? Yes, because you know I don't have a god's damned reason to blow up that tea shop, and whoever did is still out there. You can take it or leave it. Now that you've found me, I'm not going anywhere, so I assure you. So, I'll investigate further and we'll see how it looks. Just ask whatever you want. I will tell you everything I know. I've got some other questions now. Can you read my fortune? First level spell slot regained. Of course. While it's not my main source of income. How much for the divination? Fixed to a certain point. That means most currencies can be used directly for component costs. And are not affected by inflation or deflation, up until the so-called material break. I could afford that. It's on the house. Oh, I kind of want to see it as well. That's very kind of you. Steering, burning. Men seek pleasure, foes seek gold. Vain dreams, immortal flesh are told. Yet these old world stars, we secrets deep. Many old worlds had skies filled with thousands of these gleaming lights that weave the fates will spirits live. The cost has been paid. What lies ahead, what path unfolds, for those who seek the powers of old, by cloud and fang, by stone and fire, grant me the sight of his desire. I've always loved that part anyways. No clue. Don't worry, it's pretty self-explanatory. Actual street. Ooh. Think of a single question you want to ask. Now see what Destiny says about it. But first, I'll just take a look at your... Strange. That bad, huh? No, it's just... Most people do not have so many strings of jaw. Usually you have to be able to read the outcome out of one of two choices made within the next week or so of the average chat. But you have, oh gods, you have thousands of strings, each connecting to your body like tendrils of, like a lot of tendrils. She's really not one for similes of... She's really not one for similes, this hat. Is it bad? Is that bad? Am I dying? No, it's more like... I haven't read a cleric in a long time, but this is clearly... This is a divine connection. You're blessed, buddy. In what way? Yes. This might be why. Not sure how good of an answer you'll be able to decipher, but When your destiny is all tangled and frizzy like this, but I will try. Have your question be something specific, like It's always a danger to play with fate. The true life is lived in the moment, divining from your heart and those around you. Divination is only an input. Do not fear to ask anything. Viewing strings do not harm you. My destiny is messy. Does that mean I'm in trouble? Often, yes. But more than anything, it means your path has not yet been decided. Does that have to do with... Okay. Interesting. This is such an important question to ask. I need to think for a bit. Alright. I am sure that this will be resolved in due time. But this, I will ask this. Some folk are born, some folk are made. Some folk rise above until the day they fade. There is a reckoning to come, a prophecy of blood. You are engaged with fate, a violent struggle in the mud. Oh God! Death. The era has begun. The end has begun. The era has begun. Bit of a weird one, but that is your fortune. That was cryptic. Always is. Some individuals are blessed, cursed, with all kinds of esoteric might, insight, degeneracy. Who knows? You might just be a sorter yourself, not you unlike us hags. Oh wow. You're no lowly sorcerer. This connection with your strings is made by your own hands. You were not born this way. Your great genius has simply attracted them along the way. The esoteric does not care for your ego. There are many cases where ego itself manifests as the most powerful force in existence. Powerful, yes, but always destructive. The structure is but a tool. It can be yielded. It will be. Okay. Oh, what's this? Healing potion. I can pick this up. Tiny skulls. Okay. You. I will pat you. Sir Triban. Wait. Alright, the cat from the garden. Attempt to pet the cat. Pet him anyways. He allows it, barely. A low rumble emerged from his chest, deep purring. Issue's taken liking to you. What do you do to persuade him? What do you do? Persuade him who speaks with animals? Yes, that's exactly what I did. Nice place you got there, Sir Triban. He thinks it's beneath him. But he won't leave, so... I'll leave you to your shelf sitting. That was weird. What's this? I'll be back later, maybe. But now how do I get out of here? Oh, hello? Well, that solved that. So I can just come here. What about the other side? Wait. If that means that I'm here, then I could... Wait. I should keep my light on. This guy is still cooking. So this means that I could do... Okay. I could bump up my constitution. This stays. What else has constitution bonus? Nothing here. This already does constitution bonus. This also does constitution bonus. Oh, I do need to change for this though. And then I'm sure I have something for constitution here. Perfect. Wow, I suck. Chef. You come prepared. Next time we are going to eat the meat. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe so that you know. What? Hold on. Oh, so this was not picking up my voice all this time. Great. Amazing. Well, at least it is now. Anyways, until next time, please subscribe.